All right, well, welcome back to the channel. My name is Kevin.
I'm Tarsha.
And this is, of course, Conversations with the Crawleys, where we have conversations about faith, family, relationships, and recaps, reviews, and commentary on some of our favorite TV shows. This one is all about Married at First Sight, Season 14, Boston edition, with only 4 couples. Yes, we've lost a couple already. Oh, well. All right. So if this is content that you enjoy, of course, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, hit the like, request notifications,
and share.
And of course, we will see you in the comments. Listen, we got a new background. We're trying to spruce some things up a little bit. Let us know what y'all think about it. We're still making some adjustments to it, but hey, we are looking to up our game just a little bit. Just a little bit.
A little refreshing.
A little refreshing. Refreshing. All right. So let's kind of dig into, I think we're at the month portion.
Yes, this is when we have our 1 month anniversary.
It's our month anniversary.
Oh no.
Month anniversary.
Do you know?
Listen, shout out to Tony Tone, one of the most underrated, in my opinion, R&B groups of the 90s. That was my group. All right. So Steve and Noi. Steve goes out, hangs with his brother.
Yep. Try to say, is this normal? And he's like, yeah, normal in the sense that people go through this over a course of couple years being married, and you were concentrated in 4 weeks. So yeah, you're on point.
This is what happens.
This is what happens.
It's not all fairy tale.
No.
It's not Rapunzel, let down your hair. It's not Cinderella with the glass slipper. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah, they ride off all right. Ride off in separate directions.
Hey,
come back.
That's what happens when you get married at first sight.
At first sight.
She meets with her friend.
Correct.
And they have a conversation too where she's kind of like, I just need to know where the money at.
I need to know where the money at. Does he got the bag?
Where the money reside?
Am I going to be handling everything? See, I want to be the best friend. I'd be like, girl, what do you think he been doing this time before you since he hasn't been working?
Right.
I think he got some money. You need to just hold on. Just wait till after the 8 weeks so he can reveal it.
Yeah, because listen, if he a bum after 8 weeks, then you didn't lose anything. You got divorced on the 9th week. Okay. But if after the 9th week, he like, look, I'm holding the bag. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry, boo. Like, I got money coming in like $20,000-$30,000 a month.
In fact, if you don't want to recruit no more, that's fine.
That's what I'm saying.
Listen. We know we listen to how people talk and we watch how people move. We're both in agreement. I'm not saying he a multimillionaire and he's like he's like, Mark Zuckerberg of Married at First Sight. We're not saying that. But I think he's secure.
And we keep hearing about this plan, right? Mm-hmm. Did we want to talk about their date?
Go ahead, yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about their date first before we get into this. Mm-hmm. So she's talking to her friend. Her friend like, what? Really? Are you serious? And, she's sharing. It's funny how they only share, right? The part where their partner's doing all the mess up.
Right.
And not how they contribute to the mess up. So she's just kind of sharing what they've been going through in 4 weeks, but how much they care about each other, and blah, blah, blah.
Right.
And so now they're having their romantic side. Mm-hmm. They're going out, hanging out. And he wants to show her the city, if I'm understanding correctly. Like, she's never seen the city portion
of Boston.
So I was like, okay, show us.
Do what y'all do.
Do what you do. So they have a great day. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And they end up on the water.
Right.
They have the boat. They got the sushi going. He's paying for all this, right? Because they ain't sharing accounts. Mm-mm. She ain't mad. Mm-mm. She didn't know what was going on. Mm-mm. They're exchanging gifts. Mm-hmm. He got matching outfits for the dog and for her. Mm-hmm. All this costs money. Mm-hmm. So far, he ain't sweating about like, I need to pick up another freelance or anything. And he's like, so what else do we need to make sure we're secure? We need to talk about.
Right.
So then here she goes. Mm-hmm. She says, I just need to know what our plans are and what are you, how are you planning to work?
Right.
And he was like, understood. And he makes this comment about, well, I've made several attempts But you've been busy. So I'm like, whoa. He wanted to talk about the finances, but she's been pushing it off on the finances. So if you're so worried about the plans and the finances, why are you not making the time to say, babe, I know I'm tired, but I need to start hearing what you're trying to say.
It's okay to call in, take a mental health day, and be like, look, I'm not feeling well. I need to discuss some things, and go ahead and have the conversation with your husband. It's okay.
I don't know, because there's a disconnect there.
Right.
If he's saying he's making attempts, and she's saying, you need to tell me a plan, well, which one is it?
Right.
And I think people need to always keep in perspective. Just because you're working, don't mean you're making money.
Not in this economy.
Because if she got a lot of credit card debt and student loans, she ain't making nothing.
Right.
Because he's debt free. And he's gone to college. And he has nothing holding him. So automatically, he's in the plus.
Yeah. Listen, we joke about Steve No Jobs, but y'all gonna hear it until it's revealed or until we see at the end if they make it or not. We on the side of, he needs to have the discussion with her. She needs to make time for that discussion and
find out what the plan is.
Get the plan.
The main question you want to ask is, okay, as we continue on, how long could your savings take care of us?
Right.
I want to live in a house. Right. Is your savings going to put us in a house for a down payment? And you can still take care of that? Those are the questions she need to ask. Right. How long before we can have kids based off of what your savings?
Yep.
Because if he's a very calculated and analytical person, which he sounds like, he could either say, oh, those are the plans you're looking for. Give me a couple of days. Right. And I could tell you based off of what I work, what I got going on this, and what my hustle is here.
Right.
And hopefully that will make her feel a lot better.
Hopefully. I'm
hoping.
We'll see.
Because if you cooking and cleaning and you still got money coming in, she got a really good deal. I'm sorry. If I was young, you tell me, like, if I married at first sight, I just got hooked up with a dude who can wash, clean, take care of the house, and still got money coming. I'm just asking, can I get off my job? That's all I'm asking for.
I hear you.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
All right. And then Mark and Lindsey. So we find out Mark's job, and it looks like he was like a sales rep for a fitness company or a gym.
Yeah, he was a regional. Yeah. That means he probably had to travel.
Yeah, so he looks like he's coming back into town, and evidently his company told him, look here, player.
Wait till the taping is
when
over?
y'all finish taping, then you can come back and work. We don't want cameras up in here all the time sharing our company secrets and putting people in, hold on. When you finish taping, then come back. So as much as Lindsey is correct. There are elements of Mark's life that are chaotic.
Yes.
So I will
happen all at the same time.
I will agree with her on that.
Yes.
How she handles it or responds to it or treats him in the midst of those things, I take some issue with.
Of course.
So basically, but I do even appreciate the fact that she's like, I don't want you running around here stressing about finding a job. I want you to find what works for you.
Which I feel like that's a supportive wife.
Right.
And she says, if you need to, take a week. And he's like, I can't take a week. I got to find a job. And granted, I know being in that mind space of like, I still have bills. We haven't combined anything.
Right.
I don't even know if I'm going to be with you in the end of 8 weeks. So I need to make sure while I have a place to stay, I have a job secure. Right. So I get that from Mark. But if it does work out well for them to say yes, then I think that's appropriate for any wife to say, take a week, kind of get your thoughts together. What does the economy looks like for the type of work you normally do. Do you need to change jobs?
Right.
Focus on a different career? Go back to school?
Yep.
All those things. And talk through that. Like, okay, if we do stay together, this is how this would look. Maybe you getting a part-time job and then taking courses for a new skill.
Yeah.
But
Listen, Boston's a tech, from what I understand, is a East Coast tech town. So listen, get yourself, because if you was making
Certification.
60,000, listen, get yourself an entry level onboarding, entry level, sales support, whatever type of job. Make you $70,000 in a tech job and build on that. I'm telling you.
But in that moment, there's moments of Lindsay's like, yes, it's more than being like, oh, this is what a good wife does.
Right.
This is just about being a good person.
Right.
And that you found someone you love, and I'm going to be a good person and support them and not get on them like, oh, you're a bum. You can't keep a job. Keep the insults.
Right.
And stick with doing stuff as a good person for the other person.
She has a toxic mouth.
Oh, yeah.
She has a very toxic mouth, in my opinion. He hangs out with Chris. So we see Chris, Chris and Basic Girl. And Chris is looking like so happy and calm and cool. He like,
I'm living my best life now.
I'm good, bro. Good to see you. How you doing? But I'm good on this side. So he's going to get a 1-month gift for Lindsay.
Right, he's helping her.
Helping Mark do that. And then Mark takes her to the woods.
Well, they have like a getaway retreat at a little campsite.
In the middle of the woods.
Yeah, because it's like an Airbnb. I'm like, I can see that on a little Airbnb. They got the little tent, I forgot what they call teepee, and they got a place to make pizzas.
Nah, I need a hotel.
I'm like, if I had to go camping, that's the farthest to the left I would go. Far left. I wouldn't do anything less than that because it still had a building they were sleeping in.
Listen,
That's far. That's the farthest.
I'm just saying.
I know, I hear you.
As a black man in these American
I hear you. I'm not a camper. I'm just saying.
I need 5G coverage wherever I go.
But they get an opportunity. He's like, I do want to show I appreciate her.
Yes.
I do want to show that I'm hearing her. And because these are outtakes, right? We don't get to hear all their conversations. So just to kind of stay balanced as possible, he's like, I do want to let her know I'm listening. So he finds a cute little place that have crystals and plants and different stuff like that. And he sets up the whole date on his own. And it's a surprise. And it seems like she
enjoyed it.
Every moment of it. Loved the gift. I didn't see what she got him. Do you recall?
I don't recall.
So they didn't show that part. I'm assuming she did get him something.
Right.
But, and she's like, oh, this is so beautiful. They got to watch their wedding and stuff. So it seems like they were getting on the same page. And what Lindsay was saying and what he was saying was making sense.
Right.
Right. So it's like, okay, they're in a good moment. There's a good spot, for the moment, right? And he doesn't have a job, but the weekend was about them.
Right. So all right. And then Michael and Jasmina, he's talking with one of his friends at the beginning, kind of laying things out. This is where we've gone wrong. This is what we've done. This is kind of where we are.
Right.
Now I'm going to give Michael major props for this week.
Okay.
Because he really was like, let me take this relationship and put it on my shoulders and see how I can at least try and carry us to the next level. So he starts off that morning with, or earlier that day with a 1-month anniversary, kind of with flowers and
a little brunch
and celebration and everything.
That was nice.
It was nice. Then he was like, look, he took her and they actually ended up going back to the spot where they had their wedding, 4 weeks prior. Had dinner and everything for them. They basically wrote new vows based upon where they are now.
4 weeks in, yeah.
Right. And so it was like it really was these last 4 weeks, and I think he even kind of mentioned something like this. He's like, these past 4 weeks, we can't throw them all away, but we can start kind of anew. We can kind of take this and go in a more positive direction with this. He was like, I'm trying to do this. I want to reignite the spark, because we were feeling each other. He was like, you walked down, you were crying, not tears of oh, you angry or mad, but tears of, this is my wedding.
Right.
And she was like, yeah, and you was speechless. Your mouth was dropping open, when you saw me. And yeah, so there was a spark of attraction when they first saw each other. So yeah, he's like, I'm going to try and reignite this spark. I'm going to try and get this going again.
Yeah. And I think it was very thoughtful. They had a dinner and they were talking over dinner, just kind of, again, just debriefing about the 4 weeks, what they've learned, how they want to move forward in these 4 weeks. So I feel like they were at a good space to me, right? And then they, after dinner and stuff, they danced. And then we see them back in the apartment, like just ending their night because they had their cake.
Yep.
And talking about that. And then about to go to bed and still kind of reminiscing, Yeah. So just some of the glimpses, though, of these coming episodes. We don't know if it's the next episode. I can't understand why she says she's not attracted to him.
Yeah.
Because what's the spark mean? What spark means to you?
Right.
I would say what it means is attraction, right? Like, oh, wow, yeah, I can see myself. So I don't understand where we're getting glimpses where she's saying she's not attractive. Does spark mean not wet? I don't know. But it's like, if you're making comments like that.
Right.
But you said, she said, I felt a spark. So she's interjecting herself that there was a spark. What's sabotaging that? So
the biggest thing I've seen with both of them has been they have these moments of self-sabotage within the relationship. It was initially based upon editing and based upon how things were looking. It looked like it was a lot of Michael doing the self-sabotaging with, for example, not being honest about or open about his female roommates, those type of things, right? But slowly but surely, I've been getting a picture, at least. It seems as if Jasmina is in some respects sabotaging the relationship. Maybe not on purpose or intentionally, but yeah, we see him doing something that this is like, he's really doing his part. He's like, look,
it seemed like
at least what we can see, right?
What we can see.
He's like, like I said, he's putting this relationship on his back, and he's like, I'm gonna try and get us across the line, right?
I would like to hear if they had any conversations about what she's normally attracted to. Is it a taller guy? Because it's not like he's not athletically fit.
Because she finds him physically, as far as
we know,
his physical body. So I think that because again, she's the one that, if I remember correctly, she's the one that has not had a relationship that was not long distance.
That's right.
So in some respects, it's like she does not know how to be in a relationship with someone that she has to interact with more than just FaceTime and every 6 months or every 4 weeks, whatever it might be.
Right, however long. And see, a lot of times with people who enjoy long distance relationship, they like the spark of the distance, right?
Right.
So we've been apart like 2 or 3 months, and then now that we're together,
there's that spark, there's that
energy, that's that, ooh, come here.
Right.
And then when you leave again, I have the time to get that distance of feeling and having a fondness of you being around. And then it gives me that boost again.
Right.
And I wonder if she's more addicted to the boost than having to maintain something that takes work to maintain when that person is there and present.
Exactly. So we'll see.
We'll see.
And then Katina and Olajuwon. So she starts off talking to her friend, having a conversation about, what's been going on as far as his expectations of her and things of that nature. They, for their month anniversary date, they go on a gondola ride. He can't pronounce it.
No.
At all.
Not at all.
He gondola, King Kongula. I mean, he's messing it up. And he was like ganja ride. The guy in the back was like, "No, that's ganja. that's something different. That's not what this is. This ain't that type of ride. We ain't serving that on this ride."
Right, like I want people to come to my services.
Right.
You're not helping my business out. You're really not. And she's like, I wanted to plan this. She's like, I didn't always, it's like, she's like, I didn't mind taking the lead for the 1 month because he's going to do the year.
Right.
So she always, she sounded like she's talking future, like they're really gotten over some humps.
Right.
And now they're enjoying each other's company. And he's just like giddy at like, oh my God, no one ever done this. Well, when you're only in bed, it's hard for people to do stuff for you. And if you're not going out, if you're only spending time in bed.
When you sleeping with the mother and then you sleep with her daughter.
Right.
Sorry.
You don't know all the activities outside of the bedroom.
Right.
Or wherever you're doing what you're doing. So he's like, oh my God, over heels. And, they're just taking it in, which is like, great.
Right.
We're getting somewhere.
Right.
Everybody's growing in this situation.
Because she did it. She said she did it because she's traveled outside the United States. And she wanted to give him that experience of being, I guess, Italy or whatever?
Yes, in Italy.
So she wanted to give him that kind of experience right now in their relationship. So she's making the effort. She even made breakfast. I forgot to mention she made breakfast.
She made breakfast. The eggs was a little, at least the pan was suspect, because giving her the benefit of the doubt, you know how you get them pans, and no matter how much oil you put in it, stuff stick at the bottom and you can eat the top.
She left like 3 eggs on the stuck on that pan.
3 eggs.
Like a whole hen house on the
bottom of that pan. Whole hen house. At least the woman is trying.
She at least trying. I give her credit. Yeah, she's trying.
She's trying to buy her one of them gold pans, the one they put on the infomercials.
For only $19.95.
Right. You can get the whole set. Non-stick. So.
You can even cut it and dice it.
Right in the pan. Milk cheese in it, burnt candy in it.
Burn some annihilators in it.
Right. Annihilators.
Annihilators. Y'all know y'all used to go to the corner store and get you some annihilators.
Some banana.
And if you don't know what annihilators are, now or laters. Okay?
They still sell them, don't they?
Yeah, they still sell annihilators.
Anyway.
So then at the end of the episode, all of the couples, well, the 4 couples that are remaining are at dinner. And, again, they're kind of going around. This is how our relationship is. These are the struggles we're having. This is kind of what we're thinking.
Right.
Jasmina's like, having her things, her say. Everybody's talking, right?
Yeah, and everybody like, okay, yeah.
They get to Olajuwon. And he just takes it left, and it's like, I'm not sure if we're gonna make it. I'm not sure if this is gonna work because I saw something. Do you want me to put it out there?
Excuse me? Like what? What are you talking about?
You want me to tell what? Because when y'all hear what's going on with her, but I don't want to say nothing because I don't want to put her in a bad light. But you want me to tell them?
What?
So so he goes into this whole thing about, I'm trying to keep her and cover her, but I found out some stuff, and I'm not liking what I'm seeing.
And I gotta be authentic. And I'm like, dude, hold on.
So
everybody's looking like, what?
Even Lindsey comes to, y'all know Lindsey and Katina don't rock, right? But even Lindsey's like, this girl is like, what are you talking about? Because everybody's sitting there like, bro, what are you talking about?
And they're like, how is that fair to her?
Right.
If you got something you're holding on your chest and she's saying she don't have a clue what's going on right now. So we get both of your perspective. It sounds like you need to have a private conversation.
Because she was like, you were good on the bus.
We was just kissing and holding
we
hands.
was just going fine. This whole dinner, you seemed okay. And now you bringing this up now?
Right now. Embarrassing me because I don't know what's going on.
So to get back to the apartment.
Lord Jesus. And she's like, fool? What?
What we talking about?
What are you talking about? She's like, I can't even recall anything I've done that you were not praising me for.
Today.
Like you were ready to have all my babies. Like put me in the will. I'm on the life insurance. I'm the emergency contact. And within that time, you made us ruin the whole day. That one moment has now ruined the whole freaking day. What is it? Let me see your phone. My phone? Okay, here my phone. This app. This dating app. What?
And she's like, huh, I haven't opened it up. I
don't have a profile anymore.
I don't even have a profile anymore for it.
But she didn't even get to go as far as that. She's just like, every time she tries to say, don't say nothing, because it's going to be an excuse. And she's like, but I need you to understand why this is still here. I don't need to understand. What if you saw that on mine? Well, I would ask you about it.
Because that's what adults do. Adults ask questions before they
accuse you of anything. Oh, see, you would ask me about it. You'd be mad at it. No. I would start with asking you about it. But he just took off way left, causing a big scene for nothing. Mm-hmm. But again, you can see his heightened fear of this not working is like at 200.
Yeah. So, well, even before that, I think red flag alert.
Insecurity?
Not only insecurity, but also controlling. His vow evidently was, do you take this woman, Katina, to be your wife, to have and to control? Because he if you hear him, all of his things is, my wife should do this, my wife has to do this. This is what a wife does. And so now he's even saying, basically, I need you to control what's on your phone. Now hear me. I don't think that she was active with that. I have plenty of apps on my phone right now, not any dating apps because I've been married for 25 plus years. There's never been a need for me to have dating apps. But there are plenty of apps on my phone that I look at and I'm like, oh, dang, I did download that. And I haven't opened them up probably since I downloaded it.
I've never looked in that. I never had a need to look at your phone.
Yeah.
And look through apps to see what kind of apps you have on your phone. And if I saw it while they were on the party bus, he could have whispered in there like, what's this? I see you have dating up here. And she could say, oh, no, that's old. I haven't looked at it in a long time. And maybe, don't know, maybe it would have been solved. Or maybe she's like, I haven't opened in a long time. Let's talk about it later. We're good. Mm-hmm. Now, then if he came to the table acting a little bit like a fool,
she'd at least know what it was
she would have known like, oh, are you talking about the dating app?
Because again, they've only been together for a month, right? So chances are she at some point used dating apps.
But they've been single. Like, how can I remember like all the stuff I needed to get out? You could have stuff in your room that you need to get rid of that you did as a single, and now you met. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So it's just Olajuwon takes a big L this week, in my opinion, because he made a Mount Everest out of an anthill. He made a huge issue out of something that really, if we're honest, was not that deep. Because again, and when she's trying to explain, he's saying it's an excuse. No, an excuse is different from an explanation. If her explanation then turned into an excuse, you at least heard her out. Mm-hmm. But he would not even allow her to communicate. So again, I see
it like this.
Go ahead. I'm going to be nice.
Yes, please be nice. I see it like this.
Musa.
This is where couples have to give the benefit of the doubt.
Right.
And a lot of times as couples, you have to learn that, right?
Right.
Because you're operating out of hurt. You're operating out of your past issues.
Your insecurities.
Insecurities. The whole 9 yards, right? Is this going to work? Does she really want me? Is she dating on the side?
Right.
Is one of her ex going to come up? Whatever. But if you look at what she did for you,
right,
from the time she met you,
right,
all the way up to the 31 days that you're celebrating, you can, even if the thought comes in your head, it's almost like you have an angel and you have a little devil on this side. The angel's like, no, dude, give her a chance. Look how she's been treating you. And the devil's like, oh no, she a hoe, da 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 da. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And for him to say, let me look at the last 31 days. Has she tried to make changes? Has she been in the relationship? Has she done everything to be focused on me?
Has she taken the hits?
Has she checked out?
Has she taken the hits that I keep throwing at her?
Right.
Insulting her as a woman, insulting her as a wife, insulting her as an adult. Has she taken those and still stuck with me? Boy, you about to miss out on something.
Something really good. But see, this is the thing. When you internalize that in your head, you're thinking, well, I don't deserve her anyway. I done did all this bad stuff to her. Maybe she is trying to check out and see who's next. Maybe she will leave me in 4 weeks because I treated like this.
Maybe she needs to.
So I was like, how? And she was like, you need to take this off before you see the real Katrina.
She's like, look, I'm
about to move my weave about to come out.
She was like, take this microphone off me.
You better get it off.
She's like, they were both like, the taping has ended for the day.
You need to get out.
I'm not going to catch a nice little picture of us going to bed. And nope, it's a wrap.
It's a
Tonight's
wrap.
over. Come back, try in the morning, see which one of us is still standing.
If someone's here in the morning, you'll find out.
Plus, y'all got the cameras in here anyways. We're going to see the black and white version of them fighting next week. We're going to see the black and white version. Or reading him.
My God. Calling him everything but the Son of God.
And he better not step out that room because I would support her locking him out. Just like, what was it, Jose and Rachel last year?
I don't know what happened. The door just locked.
I'd be like, Katina, you good in locking that door.
Oh my God. Because she just said, I don't feel safe. Because for him to erupt so quick.
Yes.
He went 100 so quick in my face. No. We're not going to do that.
Right.
If you can't talk to me maturely and sit down, I'd rather say it scared me.
Right.
I'd rather you said, I saw that. It scared me. I didn't know what was going on.
Yep.
Or have you been looking at this app? Are you talking to anyone? I'd rather him approach it that way. But he's talking about, is she here for the right things? I'm like, are you doing this for the cameras? Are you blowing up like this for the cameras, or do you really blow up like this? Because this is me giving him the benefit of the doubt.
Right.
Is this how you really act out? Or you doing this for the cameras? Right. Because if you were good and that's your girl, why can't you give your girl a benefit of the doubt just like you would give your bro?
Yep.
Your boy.
Yep.
It can't be a double standard. If this person is becoming your friend, why can't at least your friend say, hey, I saw this app. I thought there was like a picture. I thought Katrina was like, if she had DMing somebody.
Right. If there was a text that was within the last month that she had correspondence with.
Yeah, she talking to somebody.
If somebody sent her pics and she liked them or she didn't mean, because here's the thing. If somebody sends a pic, you either keep it on your phone or you delete it. If she had kept it on her phone, okay, he might have been justified in being like, this is not the behavior I expect of a wife.
Right.
But we're talking about an app. And again, I point out that everybody even knows of you watching, unless you got an old BlackBerry that has like 3 kilobytes of space. Everybody has apps on their phone that they have not opened in a while.
And my thing is, a lot of women, first thing they do is investigate. Like, I'm not going to say nothing. If you knew what the app was, you could find some friends that probably have the same app and say, hey, can you see if this profile's on here? I'm trying to check if my wife is out here trolling, looking, or she out here looking for somebody. There could have been ways where he could really investigate instead of just assuming. And then if you got receipts, you got receipts.
Right. Yeah, it would be different if one of his boys was like, "Hey, we
had that already."
Right. I was on the app. Katina, she swiped on me.
And we a match. We already had that episode, right?
The conversation, not how it happened, but the conversation, the content would be justified. But nothing that we have seen from this justifies the content or the reaction from Little O.
He said, you call him Little O now.
I'm going to call him Little O because this was boyish behavior.
I'm like, dude.
This was childish behavior. This was insecure behavior.
Even if you like, I'm going to take 30 seconds. I'm going to take some time afterwards and think of this because I don't want to mess this up. If I'm wrong, if I'm out of line, it's hard to recover when you just accuse me of seeking other people.
If I'm right, we can deal with it. But yes, if I'm wrong and I make the wrong mistake and I come wrong at this.
Change my decision day.
Listen.
I ain't putting up with it.
So, but listen, before my blood pressure goes up a little more, we good. All right, but that's it for this review. Again, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button. We got this show. We got a few more shows.
Man, there's some shows coming up that we're about to review.
So
we're about to be on this train for a minute.
Y'all gonna see us a lot.
We trying to up our game, y'all.
So again, we'll see y'all next time. Have a great one. Be blessed.
Peace.